Afternoon Gaming 225. My name is Alex Boulit, and I will be presenting on Steve Wynn and the historical Mirage Hotel/Casino. Steve Wynn was famously quoted saying, "There is magic in Las Vegas." It was like stepping back into the frontier. Casino owners were king. They owned the town. They were glamorous. They had beautiful women and lots of money. This goes to show Steve Wynn's inspiration and attitude on Vegas. Stephen Allen Wynn was born January 27, 1942 in New Haven, Connecticut. After graduating from the exclusive manless school in upstate New York, Wynn attended the University of Pennsylvania. Before that, as a child, Stephen's dad made multiple trips to Las Vegas. He was always very impressed by Vegas. Steve Wynn's father operated bingo halls and had a major gambling addiction. He had lost and gained his money back multiple times. Steve seeing this, and after thinking back to his trips to Vegas with his father, realized it was inspired to think the only way to win big in a casino was to own the casino. It was after his father's passing that Steve Wynn ended up deciding to move to Vegas. He immediately became an investor in the Frontier Las Vegas. The Frontier was famously alleged to have heavy mob ties, but Steve Wynn was never formally succeed, but he wanted to go bigger. Steve had a vision to build a 3,300 room, 30-story hotel/casino called Victoria Bay. Victoria Bay was to be British themed. He even wanted to have a man-made lake on Victoria Bay, and he wanted to build it in Las Vegas. He wanted the resort to be family friendly. He was tired of the showgirls, of the prostitution, of the gambling in the lobbies in all the Vegas hotels. He wanted a family friendly attraction, and he didn't want gambling and showgirls to be the attraction for guests. He wanted the man-made lake, the 3,300 rooms, 30 stories, the family friendliness of it to be the attraction. He was very confident in this product and thought it would work. He was quoted saying that there was no way he wouldn't get financing for this project and the financing would be there. In 1981, the project was canceled because nobody wanted to finance it. His ambition seemed to be too high. No one believed that the risk for this hotel would work out. It was too big of a project and it just wouldn't work. However, Steve Wynn did not take this and he wanted to continue. Steve Wynn was inspired by Walt Disney. He loved Walt Disney and the creation of Disneyland and everything about Disney. Steve Wynn wanted to create another Disney in Vegas. He wasn't done, and with this came the Mirage. Steve was inspired by Walt's creation of Disneyland to build a resort that was themed. The Mirage was planned to be Polynesian themed. Steve wanted the Mirage to have tigers, lions. He wanted it to have plants. He wanted dolphins. He wanted things that were unheard of in Vegas. As I mentioned previously, Steve Wynn did not want gambling to be the main attraction of the Mirage. He wanted everything else and every other aspect to be the attraction. He wanted to be family friendly. He wanted kids to be able to go, have fun, and he wanted people to come and gamble as well. Steve designed the Mirage to be Y-shaped. He thought of every intricate detail, along with his wife, Elaine Wynn, who helped design the Mirage. He wanted the Mirage to be ladylike. He designed the hotel to be Y-shaped and have the flow of the casino be as optimized as possible for gambling and for just general flow for guests through the casino to be able to find everything as easily as possible. Steve Wynn envisioned the largest hotel and casino to be built at his time. As I mentioned previously, he wanted tigers and lions, and with that came Siegfried and Roy, which was the greatest new show at his time. He booked Siegfried and Roy, and they had a show, basically a circus show, with elephants, tigers, lions. He also had volcanoes. He envisioned a volcano for the Mirage, fish tanks, a world-class atrium, Dolphins, and he ended up succeeding in building that. First day the Mirage opened, someone hit a jackpot of $1 million. The Mirage was an instant success. The volcano, the atrium, the dolphins, the show, everything became an instant success, and it cemented itself in Vegas history as being the beginning of an inspiration for many more Vegas hotels of its size. It was the first mega resort with these features. In conclusion, long-term legacy and the Mirage's influence. MGM ultimately purchased the Mirage, and Steve continued his legacy through Wynn and Encore. Before Wynn and Encore, Steve Wynn built Bellagio. After the Bellagio, Steve went on to build Wynn and Encore. Wynn, obviously named after himself, and Encore to be the sister property of Wynn. Wynn and Encore is now Forbes 5-star rated, and multiple restaurants, the building itself, and for a hotel of that size, is almost unheard of to be Forbes 5-star rated. So, as you can see, Steve Wynn continued to have major successes in Vegas. Steve Wynn has encountered multiple controversies and allegations for SA. After these allegations, he ended up stepping down from CEO of Steve Wynn Entertainment. He denied the allegations and said the controversies were completely false, but still decided to step down as CEO. MGM eventually sold the Mirage to Hard Rock International, and Hard Rock now plans to build a guitar-shaped tower where the volcano once stood, and to completely transform the old Mirage Tower. The transformation has now begun. They have faced many challenges though in the transformation. They want to build the hotel and keep it open during construction. They ended up last minute deciding to close the hotel and laid off all of its employees, which was a big hit to the Vegas community. Furthermore, the destruction of the atrium, the volcano, the pool, the dolphin habitat has came with many controversies and much pushback from the Vegas community. Hard Rock continues to push on and continues to build the next Mirage. The Mirage's long-term impact on tourism and future hotels. Many hotels have been based off of the Mirage. Excalibur, New York, Mandalay Bay, Luxor, have all got its inspiration from the Mirage and being themed. The Mirage will continue to impact future hotel and casinos and will leave a long-term legacy. Although Steve Wynn has had a very negative legacy and has had his legacy tarnished due to the controversies and allegations, it is in no doubt that the history of the Mirage and his creations will continue to transform Vegas forever. These are my references. Thank you.